Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I'm going to be unboxing another Japanese maple tree from Mr. Maple today. So what a great surprise to have this box arrive. Even though I knew it was coming, it's always a surprise when it actually gets here. And Mr. Maple ships really quickly, so unless you've specified you want something at a later date, be prepared, you order it, it's on your doorstep before you know it. So I have another coral bark in here. Now you've seen me unbox other coral barks before, and coral barks are those trees that give you that winter interest because the bark of them turn a certain color, often red, some orange, some yellow. This is one that is called Wildfire. And it's called Wildfire because the coral bark color that it turns in the winter is all the colors of fire. Oh, so take a look at this. Here is Wildfire. So, of course, if you get a maple tree right now, you're going to have a defoliated maple tree, but we're really interested in this tree for the color bark that it gets. And the interesting thing with the Wildfire coral bark is that it has more of a yellowish tone down the bottom, and then that starts to turn orange, and then at the tips of your branches you get a bright red, just like you would sort of expect from a flame, that yellow to orange to red, and you end up with this multicolored tree for interest in the winter, which I think is just fabulous. And this is a really nice size one. It has a pretty big trunk here, and it's only a 1 gallon, but this looks really, really good. It looks great, doesn't it, Pumpkin? Yeah, Pumpkin loves it when we get trees. So let me tell you a little bit about the specs of Wildfire. So Wildfire is zone 6 to 8, so we're a 7A, 6B. It will be fine outside, which is important to me. The other thing is it gets to be, well, fairly big. So in 15 to 20 years, in about 20 years, it's going to get to be about 15 feet tall. So this is not a dwarf Japanese maple. It's sort of your mid-size range. Now, I like to keep a lot of my Japanese maples in planters. You certainly can do that with a Japanese maple that is getting larger, but I probably will want to put it in the ground so it really reaches its full potential eventually. I'm not quite sure where it's going to permanently live, so we'll have to see about that. But what we're looking for is this beautiful bark color here. Now, this is Wildfire, and some of you asked me, where did my winter flame go? And was it winter flame or winter fire? Winter flame, I think. And I had forgotten all about that coral bark. And so I responded incorrectly to the person and said, oh, it must have been one of the 2 Japanese maples I lost. And then wouldn't you know, the next day I went out and there it was. It's pretty small. But if you take a look at these pictures, you can see that it really turns a nice solid red bark here. So, you know, you get a lot of range of color when you're looking for coral barks, and you want to keep an eye open for that. I am really enjoying seeing these as they turn, and the colder it gets, like the brighter red I have seen this tree become, which is really, really fun. So this little guy is going to be kept safe until spring when he leaves out, but because I want to enjoy this beautiful color bark, I am going to pot him up and keep him out here so that I can see how he's doing. Thank you, Mr. Maple, for once again offering some of these more unique varieties of maple trees, which the cats really love as much as I do too, and just giving us this opportunity to get some really great looking plants in our yard. And I have to say that getting them in this 1 gallon size is perfect for me. I don't have a big yard, and part of what I want with a Japanese maple is the process of seeing them grow. So it's really kind of fun to see them like this, and it is perfect size for pickle to bat at when we first get them out. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.